Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino says the agency has arrested more than 81 people over the weekend in its newest immigration crackdown in North Carolina. The operation is being dubbed Charlotte's Web. It's now the 6th U.S. city targeted for Border Patrol enforcement. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Skyler Henry, who's joining me live from Charlotte. So, Skyler, tell us more about this operation and what you're seeing on the ground this morning.
Yeah, Vlad, let's start with the second question first. We are right outside of the Department of Homeland Security's field office here in Charlotte, where it's relatively quiet here at the offices, but city officials have said that they are keeping a watchful eye on certain communities throughout the metropolitan area, particularly in East Charlotte. That is where they say that there is a significant Hispanic population, and they say that there are growing concerns that they could potentially be targeted, so much so that we spoke with a county commissioner just yesterday about those concerns, saying that several businesses throughout several community stretches have been either closed or doing workarounds for fear of potentially being targeted or accosted by some of the federal agents that have been in town as recently as Saturday. You pointed out the number of arrests or detainments that have happened over the course of the last 48 to 72 hours. Officials say that they have arrested nearly 100 people who were either in the country illegally or through some other crimes that may have been committed. One gentleman who we were able to speak with said that he was stopped twice and says he is a U.S. citizen. Agents smashed into his car and forced him out of his vehicle, but not until he showed his paperwork was he able to be let go. As it relates to other things happening throughout the community, we know that City Council is planning on a meeting later on today. They are continuing to talk about workarounds and trying to get more transparency from federal law enforcement officials to see, A, where they're going to be, and B, how long they're going to be here. We also know that there are some rumblings of some school walkouts and things of that nature to see how the community is reacting and responding. We've heard from civic groups, the NAACP here in town, all of which saying that they do not want these federal agents here, at least certainly without a little bit more clarity as to what they are going to be doing.
So, Skyler, how long are they expected to be there? Why was Charlotte chosen, and where could they be headed next?
So why was Charlotte chosen? According to the Department of Homeland Security, they put out in a release a few days ago, they said that they are targeting, quote, criminal illegal aliens who flocked to the Tar Heel state because they knew sanctuary politicians would protect them and allow them to roam free on American streets. But here's the thing, Vlad. Crime in Charlotte and Mecklenburg County specifically is down more than 20%. Aggravated assaults, robberies, homicides, all of it down. And so it isn't necessarily communicating the statistics versus the response, at least according to federal officials. They say that they at least plan on being here for a week, give or take a day or two. We know that there are at least 100 of federal agents that are here in town. They say that they will continue to move on through here and then possibly New Orleans next.
All right, Skyler Henry reporting from Charlotte this morning for us. Thank you, Skyler.